Hello everybody and welcome back to X4, where we find ourselves in pretty much exactly the same spot we were in at the beginning of the last episode, with the main exception being I now realize that we needed 1,000 units of weapon components, and that's what we're bringing in here on these Mercury Vanguards. They'll be arriving shortly, and then we will be able to continue the Split storyline. The Paranid storyline, I'm hoping to continue tomorrow, in tomorrow's episode. So, let's just take a quick look here. We have our faction capitals built, and we're working on some standard dock areas and such. But, it's gonna be a little bit yet. Like, I'm probably just going to leave the game running for a while after this episode, and we're just going to work our way through this, assuming that there isn't something that we want to get to immediately in the next episode in the Split storyline. That's I was going to say the main concern, but it's not really a concern. That would actually be kind of an ideal situation. But that's kind of the plan. So we're just waiting on these Mercury Vanguards to come in. Let's check in on our construction. We actually do have these two Behemoth Vanguards done, so I want to stick those into the second carrier group, and they need to go into the Delta group. Okay, so they need to be in Defend Commander in the Delta group. Wonderful. We're kind of getting a lot of radio chatter right now, but there's our Mercury Vanguards on the way in. They'll be docking up shortly. So we finished up those Behemoth Vanguards. We're still working on our Nemesis Sentinels and our Eclipse Vanguards. This is all still very much in progress. We are quite a ways away from getting through all these orders. But again, that's another good reason to leave the game running for once. I haven't been doing that for quite a long time. So that's probably something that I'm going to do, assuming, like I said, that we don't have something time-sensitive for the Split to do here. I don't know what's next in the Split storyline, but we're about to find out. All we need is for this Mercury Vanguard to dock up and get its weapon components moved on in. And then we should find out what explosive plan the Split have. It's going to be interesting.
Vanguard.
It's going to be very interesting, in fact. Are we taking up the only medium slot here? No, there are two more medium slots, I believe, on this docking bay. Yeah, there's two more medium slots, so that should be fine. In theory. Excellent. So we have one Mercury Vanguard that has already docked up, and the other two are well on their way in. Yeah, that should be just another couple of moments. We also could be promoted to the Honor Guard of Azar with the God Realm of the Paranid. We could also be promoted to League Associate with the Hatikva Free League, and those are things we may want to consider doing. Those may, after all, unlock additional things for us to purchase in terms of blueprints. We've pretty much got the blueprints that we need at this point, but more blueprints are always nice. Also, we've dropped almost to 2 billion credits, and that's another decent reason to leave the game running for a while. So we can just passively make additional cash. Well, here comes our second Mercury Vanguard. That'll be docking up momentarily. Ah, there's more docking bays in each of these locations. So yeah, there's plenty of docking bays, no concerns there. Our second Mercury Vanguard has arrived. And our third will be arriving quite shortly. It is in travel mode and making its way right on in. Wonderful. So now we just need to wait for them to dock up. No worries. These Nemesis Sentinels, how many of them do we want into the second carrier group? I think we want 3 for now. So just put these into the Beta group, which is an attack group. There we go. So that gets the second carrier group nearly put back together. It does need a few more fighters, but that's fine. Okay, we're just waiting on this final Mercury Vanguard, I believe. We have... This one is trying to dock. Yeah, both of these are still docking up. This one is docked. Well, that's fine. I'm not exactly sure. Are you docking right next to us? I believe you may be. Hello, there's our Mercury Vanguard. Fantastic. We need 820 more units of weapon components, and that is the number that is coming in on these two. It'll take some time for the drones to transfer that, of course. But there we go. Wonderful. So the drones are working on transferring that. This Mercury Vanguard hasn't managed to dock up yet, and it is still full of weapon components. So it looks like it's going to dock over on the other side. That's fine. Now we need 410 units of weapon components, and that is how many is in that final Mercury Vanguard. Looks like that's docking up over on the other side. Yes, indeed. Still a little high up, but it's coming down. Wonderful. We can't really see it from here, unfortunately. I think it's out over in that direction. Pretty sure it is, anyway. But this will continue the split storyline. Just as soon as they get docked up. Well, they're docked up now, looks like, but they need to transfer over the weapon components. Some interesting piloting going on there. There we go. Now we need to talk to Delbusta. Okay, so I think we'll just go talk to him in person since that seems to be what we have to do. We're going to just teleport down over to the GE headquarters. And we'll talk to him there. Okay.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
So now we need to go to the science lab. Okay, what do you got to say?
How's it going? This will be rather expensive.
I mean, 800 million credits? It's not too bad. But we definitely need to let the game run and rebuild our credits a little bit. This has been relatively expensive, but that's fine. It's not really a problem right now.
Wonderful. With this delivery, Split can set plan in motion. Trusted Pilot will get control of Trade Ship. Task is to dock Patriarchy Station to deliver bombs. Agent on station will set rest in motion.
Huh. This seems safe. Okay, so I'm assuming this is back up at this station, or is this at our HQ? It says we need to do what? Undock? Take control of undercover trade ship. Yeah, it wants us to undock. And go where? Let's teleport back up over this way. To the less crappy ship. We can always teleport back to the station if this is the wrong place.
Entering system.
Okay, so we need to take control of a boa here. That would be this boa. Okay. Well, we will go ahead and do that. So, we, of course, need to find our way to an elevator. Well, not really an elevator, a transporter. This way would probably be fastest, actually, now that I think about it. So, let's see what we've got over here. We need to head over to that boa. I believe that was at this dock area. So we'll just head over to this Mercury Vanguard, I guess. We're not currently getting any guidance on this. Hopefully that boa left. I actually don't know where this boa is supposed to be at. It looks like it's supposed to be here. It's not telling us to undock. I've actually never been inside one of our Mercury Vanguards before.
Mercury Vanguard.
Let's see what this looks like. It is telling us to go to the split location. I'm just wondering if we go here, if it gives us proper guidance. Right in the center. Okay, maybe it is currently stowed. So let's head over here and see if that's the case. Because there's definitely nothing in this center docking bay right now, but it may be stowed. So let's take a quick look and see if that is indeed the case. So let's see, we should go to this computer up here, I believe. Dock has been reserved by another ship. Oh, are you landing right now? This is a Court of Curbs boa. This is probably the ship in question. I guess we'll find out. We'll have to... we can't actually go in here until it's finished landing. I get it.
Boa.
Okay, so now we'll go to the cockpit, and we'll see if this is indeed the boa in question. Hello.
Greetings.
I can't talk to this person. Oh, we're leaving. I don't want to be leaving. Wonderful. There's a fair number of boas around, but I'm not convinced that any of these are the boa that we're supposed to be on.
Navigation.
Okay, we're teleporting out of here. Later, guys.
Mercury Vanguard.
It keeps telling me to go to the split trading station. That's fine. But maybe now that the dock is no longer reserved, maybe it'll work. I'm guessing we request it from internal storage. That is still the theory that I'm working with. Boa. Yes. Okay. Here comes a boa. I'm assuming it is the correct boa. Excellent. Yeah, now we're getting guidance here. This is indeed the correct boa. I was right the first time. The boa that was landing was not the one that we were looking for. Okay, there's no one on this right now. I'm assuming we undock. Yeah, we need to go dock at a power plant. Okay, we're going to tell the less crappy ship to tag along.
Thief! Stop them!
Wait, who's a thief? I feel like we're not a thief. Do we have any weaponry? No, we do not. Okay. This thing cruises at a pretty decent speed, considering.
Accelerator. Argus.
Okay,
remains
and that is
24.
quite a ways out. I like the RCS that you can see there as we are moving about. That's pretty neat.
Autopilot.
I like that a lot.
Engaged.
Okay, so we're just going to head out over this direction. Wait, we're currently hostile to the Court of Curbs? I guess we are a thief. I'm assuming this is temporary rep. I hope this is temporary rep anyway. Currently at minus 20. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is temporary. We were supposed to take this ship, though. That's okay. They'll get over it. Looks like this is going to be a kind of lengthy journey. Did our Mercury Vanguards get kicked off of this station? No, this is a Free Families station, not a Court of Curbs station. Right. I'm just hoping that we're not engaging any Court of Curbs over here. It looks like we're not. So that is ideal. Cruising speed on this in travel mode is not the greatest. About 2130 meters per second.
Autopilot. Disengage.
I'm quite concerned about this asteroid. Okay,
Autopilot. Engage.
there we go. You don't have
Autopilot.
to drop out of travel mode. Silly autopilot. Okay.
Autopilot.
Hopefully now the autopilot realizes that. Yes. Fantastic. So in theory, the Court of Curbs temporary rep should go away in a few minutes. Perhaps when we complete the mission. It is a little strange that that made us hostile to them, considering we were literally told by their faction leader to take this ship. But whatever. Actually, hang on a moment. That's not what's happening at all. This ship is disguised as being a patriarchy ship, isn't it? That's why we're hostile. Because we're going to be docking at a patriarchy station who would normally not allow us to dock there. We're probably going to want to have the less crappy ship keep its distance to some degree. We're going all the way over there. Okay, so I'm going to tell the less crappy ship to... Where are you? That's the crappy ship there. Oh yeah, it's under personal fleet these days. We are going to tell it to remove all orders, and we're going to have it fly to about right here. Hopefully that's not right on top of a patriarchy station. But yeah, this ship is disguised. So this must be disguised as a patriarchy ship, which is why we're currently hostile to Court of Curbs. Makes sense. It took me a while, but I got there. Fantastic. Speaking of taking a while, but we'll get there, this is going to be a bit of a journey. I think we get there in time for this episode, is my guess.
Jump gate. Fires of defeat.
I mean, that's about 2.5 minutes, and then another 2.5 minutes or so to cross this system. Then maybe another 2.5. This might be a bit of a long episode. I definitely want to get this mission done before the end of this episode so that I can leave the game running. That would be ideal. That said, I don't know what the follow-up is. Who can tell? We should be passed by the less crappy ship at some point in the relatively near future. Unless it keeps going the wrong way, I suppose. It's an interesting choice, to be sure. I'm not sure it's the correct choice. Is it taking a completely different path? Like, what's happening here? It's just chilling. Now it's turning around. Okay, whatever. That built us up a pretty hefty lead over the less crappy ship, I suppose. It does move about 1 kilometer per second faster than we do, so it will catch up. Eventually. Yeah, we're also hostile to the Argon, so we're definitely currently flying Patriarchy colors. There's no doubt about that. Well, while we're flying, let's check in on the Paranid Symbolic Triumvirate. Currently, the 3-dock pier is being built over here. That's fine. We do have our 3 medium, 6 small standard dock area finished up over here. That's wonderful. Okay. This E-pier will be done in about 16 minutes. So, I mean, realistically, we don't even finish this mission when all of this construction finishes, right? Because it requires the turrets and shield generators. So we're going to have to supply those, which also means we're going to need a manager so that those can be purchased. Okay, that is definitely something that we can get. It's not going to be an issue. We'll pop through this jump gate.
Entering
Wonderful.
system. Fires of defeat.
And we don't have to accelerate here. If I can find the M button. There we go. I don't know why M keys are so hard for me to find. Like, I use the map in so many games, but I always have to hit like 4 different buttons before I can find the M key. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've got this giant microphone in my face and I can't actually see my keyboard. Now that I think about it, that might have something to do with the situation at hand. Yeah, that's probably it. That's not the M key. That's the M key. Wonderful. Let's check in on the status of our shipyards. I believe the GESM wharf is nearly complete. Yeah, it just needs weapon component production. And actually, we just need to supply a tiny amount of credits here. Let's check in on the logical station overview and see how it's doing on its weapon component production. Okay. So, I mean, that's progress. Our advanced electronics are catching up. I think that the choke point here is still the weapon components. Even with expanding this to 12. We may need to bump this up to 16 a little bit later on. But we'll see how it feels at 12. Of course, we don't have the 12th one done yet, just yet. But yeah, these advanced electronics are catching up currently. And again, I really feel like it's the weapon components that are the issue there. Okay, so that's fine. That'll be done soon enough. And we're going to hop over to the large shipyard and see how this is how this is going over here. I like how we only have 4 weapon components here. We're almost certainly going to need more. In fact, where are our weapon components in this loadout? That's missile components. I can never remember what this looks like. Weapon components. Okay. These guys. Gotcha. Let's just double our weapon component production in the large shipyard. We'll accept that estimate. We'll bring in a builder. This one will do. And we'll confirm those module changes. Wonderful. Let's check in on the XL shipyard. We make far fewer XL ships. We're actually short on silicon here. That's awkward, to be sure. Our weapon components are a bit on the low side. I actually want to increase our weapon component production here as well. So we'll just double that. If I can get it to the correct location. Apparently I cannot. Okay, we'll just do it this way. Wonderful. We'll accept that estimate, and we will hire ourselves in another builder. And we'll confirm those changes. Fantastic. Next, the Reach SM Wharf. Over here, we are still working on our storage increases. That's fine. That won't be too much longer there. And we'll just accept that estimate. Wonderful. Now, here, of course, we have how many weapon components? 12. We'll leave it at 12 for right now, although it sure looks like we're going to need more weapon components. That's fine.
Unknown object.
We're still about 250 kilometers out over here, so we'll also check in on the large, extra large shipyard. We're actually doing fine with weapon components here, but I actually do want to boost up our number of weapon components. Weapon components are, of course, right over here. Wonderful. We'll copy this sequence and paste it in somewhere. I guess that will have to do. And then we'll grab this and put it where we actually want it. There we go. We'll accept those estimates. Hire ourselves a builder. Here's one. Wonderful. Okay, and while we're at it, I suppose we might as well increase our SM Wharf here as well, in terms of weapon components. Let's take this up to 16. Does that fit? Through some miracle, that does not fit. That's not a miracle at all. That's the opposite of a miracle. Okay, we're going to just take these and place them here. And we're going to rotate this around the opposite direction. We'll remove these. Copy this sequence and paste it there. And there. Did I skip one? I did skip one. There we go. Excellent. We'll accept that estimate. We've already got a builder here, so we'll confirm those module changes.
Awaiting orders.
Wonderful. Who's awaiting orders? I don't know who's awaiting orders. Probably the less crappy ship. It probably passed us, didn't it? It did. So we're jumping through this jump gate and going up over here.
Entering system. Open market.
Okay. I'm going to leave the less crappy ship over this way. We can always teleport to it. Well, we're not actually getting attacked by these guys. These guys are Argon. This should actually be fine.
Unknown object.
Okay. And I do hate to say it, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see about blowing up this solar power plant. And that means that I'll have to wait to run this until after that episode, which is a little unfortunate, but that's just the way it's got to be. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.